I cannot stop doing that.
That's pretty funny. So we are Pruitt Homestead. I am Brian.
I'm Noelle.
And this is Pruitt Homestead. We live on a 1/4 acre piece of property in the middle of a subdivision. We have gardens in our front yard, gardens in our backyard. We grow about 80% of all the vegetables we consume right here on this piece of property.
Yep.
We have an egg layer flock, and praise God, they give us all the eggs that we can consume. They pay for themselves. They pay for their own feed, and we're so thankful for that. And we raise meat chickens a couple of times a year. That gives us all the chicken we eat. We just live a little bit different lifestyle than maybe our neighbors do, right? Most of our neighbors. We practice subsistence agriculture to the best of our ability.
There you go.
And we really love what we do. What's all the buzz about? This is our opportunity to encourage you. Maybe you've been thinking about being more self-sufficient. Maybe you've been thinking, hey, maybe I need to lead my family a little bit different. Maybe I need to start my own business, right? What's all the buzz about is our opportunity to encourage and inspire and maybe give you some pointers to move in that direction of starting your own business. We have lots and lots of friends that we love dearly.
And we've met a lot of them because of our business and doing markets and going out and meeting people. So
yeah,
it's really opened up our circle, if you want to say it that way. It's pretty cool.
So we love introducing you to our friends, and we love the encouragement that we receive from our friends,
right,
about growing our business, improving our craft, and we reciprocate that constantly. At least we try to. Yeah. So for sure. So tonight we got a wonderful couple. It is
excited.
Blacks Tropical Homestead. They're our neighbors, actually. They live over in Garden City, and they have a small piece of property in the middle of a subdivision, much like us. They have lots of fruit trees, and they as well practice subsistence agriculture to the best of their abilities. And they just had some puppies.
Yeah, so you'll probably hear them.
You'll hear those puppies in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the Blacks on right now, and let's jump in and we'll chit chat with them. This is Sheri and Bobby from Blacks Tropical Homestead. Welcome to Pruitt Homestead. What's all the buzz about?
Hey guys,
what's going on? How y'all doing?
We are good. We are so glad you are taking some time to spend with us while you're not petting puppies. And
seems like deja vu, actually, a little bit.
It does.
I think we did this in October, huh?
Yeah. Yes,
we did.
That was fun.
Yes, that was amazing.
We're glad to be.
That was a good time. We got to hang out with the Blacks at Homesteaders of America.
Yep.
In Front Royal, Virginia, and we had a blast and got together and broke bread and chatted.
Yeah. You know, I mentioned a few minutes ago that we've met a lot of people through our business, and this couple came to a market right here in town to meet us, found us online, and this is how we met. And it's been amazing. They've taught us a lot as far as YouTube and even homesteading. So it's been really cool to get to know them better. And so take it away, mister.
Yeah, y'all ready for some questions?
Sure. Shoot.
I hope they're not too invasive, and I hope they're encouraging and inspiring, and I hope they encourage you while you talk about them. So first question, where did you grow up? What was your childhood and family like when you were growing up?
I grew up in a couple of different places. Inner city,
in
Savannah. Yeah. More inner city earlier, and then a little less. So when I got a little older, so did not do anything of the sort. So we just, feeling this thing out now.
I grew up in Virginia, in a city. I didn't grow anything. The only pet we had was a dog. So
Okay.
I'm pretty much, I was afraid of everything. The worms, I'm still afraid of. Anything that moved in the dirt or flew around outside, I didn't
Right.
deal with other than the dog.
What was family life like for y'all when you were growing up?
Well, with me, my mom, she loved to grow. It was something that gave her peace. I never thought much about it. I saw her do it. I just, just something that she did. And so, it brought her peace. At some point in my life, I tried it and I felt it. And it was over from there. I started growing from there.
Yeah, I grew up more so in a corporate or, business lifestyle. My family, we had a snack shop, a janitorial service. We did deep cleaning at some of the tobacco houses and different things, but
Oh, wow.
I'm the only and the baby girl of 6 kids. I had 5 brothers, all older than me. And,
Wow.
we went to the store and bought all of our food.
Right.
My dad was from Philadelphia, so he had to learn to hunt, fish, and the Virginia way when he moved to Virginia with my mom.
That's awesome. One of 6, you said, and you were the youngest and the only girl.
Yep, I'm the baby and the only girl, and I'm not spoiled. I'm
And
not
you
spoiled.
ain't spoiled.
Are you
No.
sure?
What?
No, I think my oldest brother and my youngest brother are the 2 spoiled kids.
I'm sure they'll say something different, but
Probably.
Right. That's awesome. That is so different than the life that you're walking out right now. It sure seems like it. Getting away from that inner city life, that corporate life. But shoot, if you were doing tobacco barns and stuff, you had a little bit of a sense of what agriculture was like. Man,
Well,
nobody grows tobacco anymore. It seems like.
yeah, we pretty much just clean. Well, my family had a business where we just cleaned the factory, not even out on the farm. So
Oh wow. Okay. I got you. All right. So tell us about where your passion for growing food and being more self-sufficient came from. How did that happen? What was the catalyst? What was the precipice in your life that said things have got to change?
well, with me, of course, with everybody, life has stressors in it. And I was always one to actually find something that actually relieved that. So gym was one thing. And then, growing, being out in my yard actually did a good thing for me. So I was out there, I learned how to grow. It wasn't nothing about being self-sustaining. It was just, something that felt good to do. And once me and my wife got together and she decided to join me.
years later,
Yeah.
which maybe 2 years ago,
Yeah. That's when we got more into
self-sufficiency.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Sheri was the catalyst for you to be a more self-sufficient. Sheri,
Yes.
what was that thing in your life? Well, what made you put that pressure on him? And I'm not saying pressure in a bad sense, because we went through the same thing.
Yeah.
Noelle was like, you do this and you do this well. Why don't you do more of it
In the front yard.
in the front yard? Really? So what encouraged you to really kind of move more forward towards being more self-sufficient?
Well, first I was able to conquer raising baby chicks, and then we moved on to meat birds a few months later. And I think once he rotisserie that chicken, I knew right then
Yeah.
that this I can actually cut out the stores when it come. If I had to depend on them for chicken, give me my backyard bird.
Yeah.
So that made me want to go deeper, into more. And we ended up with rabbits, and then we got quail, and pigs. But then we ventured on to herbs and different vegetables and more fruit, because all we did was fruit at first. We were just
Right.
tropical fruit growers.
Yeah. So it wasn't. We didn't sit down and come to a decision to do this. It kind of took on a life of its own.
We
started
get
doing
that.
it, and then we just kept on doing more and more and more. And then we
Yeah.
decided we was going to go ahead and document a little bit of what we were doing, because some people was kind of like, "Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy."
especially my family.
Yeah. So that's when we started doing YouTube,
Yeah,
and we knew nothing about
nothing.
So-
We found out about YouTube. We posted our first video, which was a mess, but we found out, as time went on, how YouTube worked and what we supposed to be doing. So this was all brand new to us.
I
And we
love
loved
that.
it. I mean, the thing is, when we got on here, we actually found and met some amazing people.
Yeah.
And as time went on, we kind of wanted to meet up with each other. We had got so close and tight with each other. We just wanted to meet each other, and that's when we started what we're doing. So I ain't gonna jump no further, but yeah, it took on a whole life of its own,
Yeah.
without us
Yeah.
even trying.
Listen to them babies.
Would you say, I didn't write this question down, but would you say you are more satisfied now with what you consume off of your own property than what life was like prior to that?
Oh yeah. I mean, certain things that you think you don't like, you actually like it better if you actually grow it yourself. And I say all the time, if you're a family, or if you got, you're a couple, this is a great way to spend time together, to be able to produce something that y'all could use and need as a team and get stuff done. So it is an amazing way to live. I just hope that we, I just wish we did it a little earlier.
Oh, I think we all do.
Yeah.
I think I was probably 40 years old before the bug really bit me, but praise God it did. Right. Otherwise, here we be still buying stuff from the grocery store and not knowing anything about our food, right? And just, man, we could go on for hours about that.
Seriously.
Yeah, for sure. So, how many different varieties of tropical plants do you have? That was your beginning. Was the fruit, right?
Right.
Yeah, we probably have about 100 different, but when it come down to how many different variety of passion fruit or mango or sugarcane, we have multiple varieties of each variety
Okay.
of fruit. So probably about 150
Don't ask me.
ish.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Give us a rundown of a sampling of what that tropical, I guess an orchard would be.
So we have 12 variety of bananas.
Wow.
6
Is there that many kind of bananas?
Way more than
Just hundreds of varieties of bananas.
Wow.
6 variety of passion fruit. I think 6 or 7 variety of sugarcane. We have guava, 4 or 5, maybe 6 variety. Mango, I've lost count, but we lost some mango. We had about 30-ish variety of mangoes.
This winter hurt me.
3 variety of pineapple, miracle berries, papaya, dragon fruit. We got about 20 something variety of dragon fruit. I can't think.
Wow. Who would have thought that there were so many varieties of
Yeah.
these things that we just take for granted, see them in the in the grocery store?
Mhm.
Wow.
You know what? Actually, you familiar with the bamboo farm?
Yes.
Back in the day, 20 something years ago, I wandered on there and I actually saw the banana plants. I had no idea what they were. Even if you called it a banana plant, I thought that just was the name of it. I didn't even know it grew bananas. And it was a guy who worked for Georgia, I think he was Georgia Southern, Dr. Wallace. He was working out there, and he started talking to me about him, and man, I was stuck.
Wow.
It was gone from there.
Yeah, and come to find out, Dr. Wallace was in connection with growing bananas where you wanted to go for like 25 years. And we finally made it there last summer. And he talked about Dr. Wallace, and Bobby knew Dr. Wallace.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in years. And, what I used to do, every year at the fall festival, they used to sell the extra pups. And I used to go there and I used to buy them from there. And I think I started off then. I think I had at least 15 different varieties at that time.
Wow.
But of course I moved and,
Yeah.
I was able to bring some.
Yeah, you lose some and you gain some. So like he would buy mangoes from Sam's Club and he would eat the whole box because I didn't like mangoes. I was not a fan. But through our traveling south all the time, we taste all these different varieties. So we tell people, don't say, oh, I just don't like bananas or I just don't like mango. You have to try different varieties because that's when you really find out that, it's just this taste I don't care for, but this one I do.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's the great thing about growing your own. The varieties that they don't sell in the store, you get to grow them in your yard. And the only reason they don't sell them is because they don't travel good. But they're the better tasting ones,
Okay.
And that's the same thing with vegetables and all that. So,
Okay. If you had to pick a favorite, what would it be?
A favorite out of the fruit or a particular kind of fruit?
So my favorite banana is manzano, and I think my favorite mango is Zulu. Is it Zulu? Zulu. Venus.
I still like the ice cream banana, the best.
Okay, I'm gonna have to come over there. You'll have to lay it all out, little samples of everything, so we can try this because that's crazy.
And the mangoes, man, I like all of them.
Mango.
I love mangoes.
I don't think it's a bad.
Yeah, and jackfruit. Our favorite jackfruit right now so far is the golden nugget.
Yeah,
I have never tried jackfruit, but I've heard that people use it instead of a meat.
Yes,
is that right?
Yep, it's a substitute for meat.
Okay, there you go.
And it's really good. You can get it from Publix here, but when we go to Miami, we've got a golden nugget which has no latex. So you can just rip it open with your hand.
Okay.
It was so good.
Okay. Man, we already had supper. Y'all are making me hungry. Not even kidding.
Yeah, but we grow these tropical fruit, but we in the subtropical area, so it comes with challenges. Some years are better than others, of course. And we definitely got hit by a surprise storm this year that
that hit y'all too.
Yeah.
Didn't we all?
Yeah. And it took out a couple of our plants, but with 18-degree weather and you got these tropical plants, it's to be expected. So
right.
I saw you cut all your bananas off.
I did.
I probably watched the video a couple days after you did it, but I could not believe how many, I don't know what you call them, bunches of bananas you had on there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there was a lot more, but they didn't get right enough.
Okay.
And, we thought we had probably another month or so, maybe for them to stay on the tree, but
it caught us early. And I was telling Bobby today, I said I was looking at the weather for the next few weeks. I said it looked like a mild February.
Right.
Like no, you don't see any freezing temperatures, and so now I'm just like, okay, let's clean these beds and get them ready for the spring. But you don't want to jump too fast. But
yeah, we so anxious right now. But
we learned that last year. We got a late April frost, and it just messed a lot of things up. So
that frost has got me gun shy that we had last year. I know y'all remember it. It was the
Yes.
craziest frost
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Mhm.
It was just wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some
I've always
stuff that
got,
started blooming. Oh, I'm sorry. What's it?
how big of a piece of property do y'all live on?
1 acre.
1 acre.
All that.
1 acre.
And 2 dogs and chickens.
Yeah, more. Yeah, chickens, rabbit, quail. We were able to fit 2 pigs on this property. But yeah, you can do a lot with 1 acre. We tell people don't overthink property because if you get too much, then it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Think about all you can do on 1 acre. If we didn't have neighbors, we could do a whole lot more. But out of
Right.
respect for our neighbors and because we just can't do things like pigs.
Yeah. Yeah. So we did learn that lesson for y'all. If you do have neighbors,
And bees.
do not raise pigs.
Don't do pigs. Okay.
Don't do pigs. Yeah, and we do have bees, and it's tons of space back there for the bees. We actually add more raised beds this year, and
Yeah, I'm trying to get my one hive to make it through to the spring.
it's doing good.
But
They should be building up right now.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah.
I just checked them. They're still looking a little light, but I'm hopeful that they actually gonna start brooding up.
Yeah, I was noticing the red maple today is
Mhm.
really in full bloom right now. So
Mhm.
the colonies should be building up pretty well. You should be able to. I would think you could split pretty soon. Just thinking, I just general speak without looking at your colony. I would think you could probably split pretty soon.
Yeah, they still look a little light, but hopefully, I mean, I did build some more hives, like
A lot
of them.
more.
A lot. This is a
Yeah.
lot.
He learned how to build hives, and our living room is full of hives.
So I'm hoping to be able to fill them up at some point.
A lot. My
Yeah.
friend came over, and she was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Bobby learned how to build hives. That's what all that is." She said, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Yeah,
It's a job.
Yeah,
it really
Yeah.
is."
Yeah, it's a big job.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
people look
about
at us when they find out that we have a 1/4 acre and they're like, wow, you
Mm.
do a lot with that. I'm like, yeah, we still have some stuff that we can mow, some area that we can mow a little bit. But I mean, all those varieties of fruits.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But it's the same with vegetables. You learn that a tomato in the store is just a tomato. But then if you buy seeds or, if you swap seeds with somebody, you get all these varieties. It's like,
Right.
wow,
Yeah,
that's a tomato.
right.
And that's the
Speaking
first
of
time I
swapping
actually
seeds,
saw one of
we're
y'all
doing a
videos.
seed swap, right?
Huh?
Seed swapping. We're doing a seed swap too. So if you want to get in on that,
Okay.
Oh yeah. I need to see how it works so we can get in it.
yeah, I'll send you a
I
message.
don't
later.
want to swap seeds because we got too many, but we definitely we'll donate some to the cause. But I can't think of anything other than stevia that we may need.
Oh, yes.
You can never have too many seeds.
No,
Yeah. Oh, we got too many.
we know
It's
that
embarrassing.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first video I think I saw y'all is y'all front yard completely full of tomato plants. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
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 that's amazing. So y'all
Yeah,
do
about-
a whole lot.
We had 4 rows at one point, didn't we? And then we backed it off to 3.
Had to.
Had to. It was overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was overwhelming.
Yeah.
So
Production
yeah.
can be crazy. That's why I say, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. You get 5 acres and you think you're gonna plant that out, you can do a whole lot on
Right.
just 1 acre.
That's right.
Well, he overseeds anyway. I mean, we all now I do too with the herbs and everything. But that first year we overseeded so much, we had 60 plants, and it was like, what do we do with that?
Yeah.
We're in 2020, and I had already said, why don't you plant out front? And so That's probably the video that you saw that year
Yeah.
of 4 rows of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why grow it? Why mow it when you can grow it?
Right, there
Truth.
you go. I love that.
Truth. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've got just a little bit more expansion we might do this year, but we're getting pretty close to full.
We have room for a few more raised beds and maybe even some little beds, but yeah.
Do a little tweaking here and there, you know.
Mhm.
But we're super excited. You know, I really feel like we're getting to a point where we are maximizing what the Lord's given us, and we're so thankful for what we have.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I think the great thing about what y'all do, I mean, y'all having the kids and stuff to your house to learn and see what y'all do
Yeah,
is
that's
amazing.
Yeah, we'll be doing that again this summer too. Teaching that class over
Yeah.
there at the camp, the summer camp. So, and then we've had some garden clubs call us and want to come out too. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Good.
So let's get into the meat of the matter, right? Last y'all started the Soil Family Expo, and y'all blessed us by inviting us. And what an awesome event! Inviting YouTube creators and the community to come together all as one family in unity, and I love it. So
Yes.
y'all, in your words, give us a rundown on what is the Soil Family Expo.
So, Soil Family Expo to us is bringing our virtual community to life. You don't have to be a content creator. You can be a supporter, just a subscriber, a viewer, and you can join in. You know, we do like to teach and encourage being self-sufficient, homesteading, growing your own, how to use these products, and talking about it. But for the most part, we want to get to know each other. You know, have fun, dance, eat, and talk, take pictures and videos.
And we did that last year, didn't we?
We did a whole lot of that, starting the first night, you know, and it was just, at first, it was just a meeting around a fountain that obviously God wanted it to be more because it was effortless to make it what it turned out to be. And it turned out to be great. We sat outside of Starbucks for hours
Right.
and enjoyed that was our initial meet and greet. And it was absolutely amazing. So we were able to bring it back again this year and expand a little bit.
And I think the great thing is it was a lot of people who never met the people that they talked to.
For years.
Yeah.
For
And
years.
we actually done it prior.
Yeah.
And the feeling that we got, we were like, whoa, you know, that's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah, like I already know these people. Like, you know, and then people came down and they actually got that same feeling. It was like, I know you. Like it wasn't, you know, everybody was nervous at the first. When they walked up, it was like, I don't know what to expect. And then it was like,
these weird gardeners.
They hugging each other like, hey, I already know you. I don't feel uncomfortable about you.
And it was even weird that some people would come and they just come to support their loved one, and it's like a bunch of weird gardeners. Why are we going to hang out with some weird gardeners? And now people have started channels, and you know they look forward to this year. But it was beautiful. It wasn't just about planting a seed. We were planting seeds,
Right.
without putting a seed in the dirt. We were planting seeds, and it was beautiful. So you know, we love music, and downtown Savannah is absolutely amazing. So we decided to up our game with downtown Savannah and bring some entertainment down there so that people can see the beauty that we see all the time. And sometimes we take it for granted just because we live here. Yeah. But it's amazing.
And people get to meet in a more fun, relaxed environment.
Yes.
So you out there having fun and you see somebody. I mean, it's a whole different thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I love it. I love the fact that we all get to meet in person.
I'm so glad to hear that.
If this thing ever, you know, the YouTube thing ever decide to stop, we got people in our life.
We got family forever.
That we're going to always be good with, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'm glad to hear that, babe. Because last year he was like, I don't know.
It was a lot. You know,
it was.
Yeah, she was just like,
7
Right.
weeks, babe.
Let's
I got
do all
this.
this. I'm like,
I got this.
oh
Right.
no, this is a little much.
It was a lot.
Bobby, I tell you what, I get anxious in crowds. I really do. I'm very introverted. A lot of
Mhm.
people they don't believe it, right? I guess until I get into my groove or I feel safe, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm very, very held back. But like you said, Sheri, all of these people felt like family. You know,
Mhm.
you introduced us, the two of you introduced us to so many people last year.
Yeah.
And man, they just bless our life just over and over and
Yeah.
over. And it's the encouragement. I'll use Dorsha and Nick as an awesome example. Man, I love those people.
Mhm.
The encouragement that they provide just through their little posts, the
Right.
messages, the stuff they post on Facebook, man, it just sets the tone for the day some days for me, and it's just what I needed, right? And I just absolutely love it. And I'm so glad that we connected with y'all last year over at the Strawberry Festival. We're like, come on,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I was nervous. I was nervous as all get out. I was like, man, I don't know about this. This is weird.
I know.
And then
And
here
can you
y'all
imagine?
walking up, and it was like, we hug.
Yeah. Can you imagine how people felt? Because we had people drive from California and
Yeah.
New York, flying
And
in from
Texas.
Texas
Mhm.
Yeah.
and the Carolinas. Like people drove 3 days
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get here.
Mhm.
I think that was the furthest. 3 days to get here. Can you imagine? Like I would have been pooping
Right.
all up and down the road.
Right. Right.
Like let's stop because I don't know what, and I'm taking my entire family, my husband, my kids, to meet a bunch of strangers that I love online, but am I gonna
Yep.
love them in real life? And yeah, we
It's
all
like when we went to Homesteaders of America for the first time, we drove 9 hours
Yeah.
to get there, and I mean, totally different because it's a bigger, already
yeah,
set up situation, but still, that was odd.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I hate to call out any one person from last year, but I mean, there's so many, and I don't want to leave anybody out. But Andell,
Oh,
man,
praise
she's
God.
a trip. I love that lady. She's just,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think she has a sad bone in her body.
That is great.
She is amazing. And Dale had double pneumonia prior to Soil Family Expo. She was in the hospital and she was really sick.
Wow.
She said, I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm coming. She did great. Battling,
She's watching.
I mean, put her dancing shoes on. I don't care what
Yeah.
shoes she have on, her flip flops. I'm just telling everybody, bring your dancing shoes because and they'll love to dance. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see everybody come together, get along, and just love each other.
Right.
It's amazing,
And I would tell everybody, if you're in this community and you are a little hesitant, go to a meetup.
Go to a meetup.
If it's not this one, go to one, and you will realize it's got to be the growing. It's got to be actually creating something that actually make people good.
Right.
Because it seems like everybody's great, So come.
It's
gonna be normal to be a little anxious when you first walk up, but you're gonna see how that just go away.
It go
really
away.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I don't think y'all were there when Led Farmer walked up. And right quick, I gotta tell the resilient dad, thank you for that super chat. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Even when Led Farmer, it was like anticipation because most of us had been watching Led. Most of our viewers had been watching him for 5, 6, 8, 10 years. We have been watching him off and on because we didn't really YouTube unless we needed to know how do you do this. But to meet somebody that's been in this for 13 years and almost 300,000 subscribers. But when he walked up, he was Led Farmer.
Right.
Having fun and laughing and more family. So that's the beauty. You don't look at numbers when we see each other. We just look at the fact that we all are common, we have a common ground. We want to grow our food, raise our food, have fun, and be peaceful.
Right. Yep. So cool. So last year at the expo, there were some vendors, which was cool, but there was so much more than that. I mean, you guys really set up a cool, like the dancing and the chicken dance and all the fun stuff just to get everybody involved. And, you know, that really opens people up too. You know, they come timid, but when you're acting a fool sometimes,
we take that everywhere we go. We need that down, but we take that act of food with us because that's what let that guard down and make people feel like.
yeah. So I guess this
thing.
year, one of the questions is how many vendors you're going to have for this year. I mean, I can't even imagine.
We are still getting requests for vendors. So right now, I'm not even sure where our numbers are with vendors, but we do have Pruitt Homestead as a vendor, and Guardian Bees as a vendor. Food by Faith, we have, and there are so many vendors.
It's Savannah Citrus.
That's awesome.
Savannah Citrus, Brighter Day. It's gonna be amazing.
That's cool. That's cool. I'd like to meet with Brighter Day. We've been thinking about going up to them and checking them out too. So
yeah,
that's so exciting. We have friends too that we've actually interviewed on this Wednesday night. Sheri and Gary at Fusion Coffee Roasters, but they have another side of their farm, and that's the
Double Z Mini Farm.
Double Z Mini Farm with their goats and chickens and everything. So we'll be hooking them up with you.
Oh, yeah, we need to see those goats.
Yes, and they're like her pride and joy.
I love the fact that we can do this at Savannah Children's Museum, and I know a lot of people say a children's museum. You know, why would I want to go to a children's museum? It's not just for children,
right?
They have the gardens, you know, with all the vegetables and herbs, and they let you pick this stuff and take it home. The kids enjoy it and they put their hands in the dirt. But to be able to teach them starting young, you know, these kids go and grab their parents, and you can teach the parents too. So it's just a beautiful thing, and that museum is perfect.
Right.
And
for this
they staff is amazing.
Yes.
They work with the kids so good. And one of the ways we got hooked up with them is because they got the same beliefs. They want to teach the kids, they want to teach people to grow their own. And when they found out that we were doing it also, we connected. So it's been a great partnership. So
I know when we were coming down that way, I had never been to the Children's Museum. I'd been to the Train Museum because I had a wedding there, but I had no clue where we were going or what we were walking into in between those brick columns. You know, it was like, wow, this is so not what I was thinking. So it was really cool. I'm excited to see what we have going on in April.
Oh yeah, we got a whole lot going on. So, you know, we do start up on Friday night, which is our initial meet and greet. We want to break the ice. We want people to get comfortable. But this year, we coming out with a couple bangers. So you bring your dancing shoes when you come downtown. If you can handle your flip-flops like Andale can handle hers, you know, whatever your dancing shoes are, just bring them because it's going to be amazing. We got a couple things planned, and you going to want to dance and shake. So
we want to try something a little different this year. Actually, we did it on a different scale last year, but we want people to go ahead and come and meet each other the day before the expo. Go ahead and get comfortable with each other, know who each other is. So, you know, the next day is all love.
It's all and not just us here on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, but the city of Savannah. Anybody that want to come, you know, I've invited my family from Virginia and people from Florida. It is a public event. It is open to the public, and the only thing you pay for is admission to the Savannah Children's Museum and the dinner, Soil Family Expo dinner, which is on the 1st. But other than that, all the entertainment and mingling and meeting and greeting, and you know, that's free.
Right.
We provide that, but we invite the entire city out, the entire world out. You don't have to be a gardener. You don't have to be a content creator.
And people can come and actually see us as people, not just gardeners and
right.
And then, that might make them look at the whole process different.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I ain't got to be a certain kind of person to be able to do
That's
this.
right.
I could just do it,
Yeah. We'll give you some seeds to drop now.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I remember just us being downtown last year and that first night, we're sitting outside of Starbucks, people just watching us carrying on and talking about everything from YouTube and all the everybody with their cameras. That was really what caught people's eye. People that had no idea what we were doing. So, I mean, it opens your eyes to a whole new world once you realize that, we're real. We just because we're on the computer or on, Facebook or whatever, it's really cool. So I'm excited.
Let's bring up the Soil Family website. I kind of just go through that for just a couple of minutes. Is that okay with y'all?
Sure.
Awesome. So y'all did a great job on this. I love that, growing our community, starting with the seed. That is just absolutely beautiful.
So our website tell you a little bit about us and what Soil Family Expo is. We don't like people to feel like, oh, I'm not a content creator or I'm not a gardener. You don't have to be either. You just have to be a good person. We like to have fun. We stay away from drama. We stay away from things that tend to divide us. Anything that's going to bring us together, we want it. XDMC said, I'm not a gardener or a content creator, but this artist is coming to hang with y'all. You are always invited. You are the mastermind behind this Soil Family Expo logo and Blacks Tropical logo. So, of course.
If y'all don't know, XDMC created that logo.
Okay.
All of our logos. Yep. So we did receive a proclamation from the county, Chatham County, deeming Soil Family Expo Day. And we got a letter from the mayor rolling out the red carpet for all the attendees to come and enjoy Savannah.
The mayor of Savannah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're buddies with him now too. He loves that fire cider.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We love Mayor Johnson. He is good people.
Yes.
It looks like you got some awesome sponsors there. I love that Guardian Bee apparel.
Sponsors are absolutely amazing, and they
so
take care
I didn't know this, but Soil Family is a 501c3 nonprofit. Tell us, just for briefly, why did you make it a nonprofit?
Well, because we don't want to we're not here to make money off of this. We just want to bring the community together. We need each other. So if this is what we have to do to try to encourage each other to get together, get to know each other, we learn from each other.
Right.
Bobby and I together, even with Pruitt Homestead, we still don't know everything. You add Andell and Cali Homestead and Bamit, and we still don't know everything.
But we know a lot with all of us.
We know a lot. And the more we build our family up, the more we know. So
that's right.
It's a nonprofit. It's just
that's right.
And the bigger this thing get, the more people that attend, the more people that will actually see it. Then that's more people that actually will get involved in the community, will actually start trying to raise and grow their own. And, in the end, it's just going to be a benefit to the community.
Yeah, we want to drown out that negative light in the world. I know we can't stop it, but we can put a damper on it. The louder we are, the more silent they are in the back. So if we keep pushing our positive and bringing everybody together on a positive note, it make a piece of the world better.
Yes.
We know how the social media thing goes. We can a bunch of drama can actually make things pop.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We'll just sizzle a little bit and just keep it going.
That's right.
So are there specific with the funding that you receive? How is that I guess used or utilized within the community?
So the funding we received, we used it last year because it was such short notice. it was hard to get any funding, but we ended up doing swag bags and different things.
I remember that.
Man, you got a lot of stuff donated. That was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what it's, we try to get gardening things that we can always take back home and help us plant those seeds so we can grow food for our family and community.
Mhm.
So all the stuff that we're doing this year, is funded by the sponsors.
Mhm.
We do have people in the back that we got to pay, but hey.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a team that we got to take care of. So
That's cool.
Awesome. So I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for the pause there. Let's see, upcoming events. Oops.
Oh, so we were talking about registration. You can go to our website and get updates on what's going on. We do have a countdown, but we do ask people to register. That way we'll know about how many people and who to look for when it come down to it. So we
Great.
have a little registration form, and nobody get this registration form except the founders. So your information is not to be shared with anybody or for any reason. We don't send out a bunch of mass texts because that get on my nerves sometimes, and we understand. So we're not going to go crazy with a bunch of emails and text messages. And if you plan to attend Soil Family dinner, which is all you can eat at Lady and Sons, we don't have to wait in line. It's $40 per person.
Right.
And we have a banquet room. So it'll just be us, loud and ready.
Loud and proud.
I love that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's going to be awesome. So 50 more days, and we will be there.
That's 50 days are going to go by so fast.
Yes. We do have an itinerary. I'm not sure if you familiar with Resukis Plaza downtown. It's I always say it's the little stage with the brick steps. And
Yep.
it
Right down from the Starbucks, right?
It is
Yeah.
down from Starbucks. It's like right across from right behind the Georgia Queen.
Oh,
Wet
that
Willie's.
way. Okay.
It's right behind. It's right in front of Wet Willie's.
I know exactly
Okay,
what
so
you're
it's
talking
not
about.
Plant Riverside. It's further down.
No.
Gotcha.
It's
We
further
know.
down
Okay.
the opposite side. So that's
Perfect.
where we'll meet at on Friday
Okay.
evening at that pavilion.
And then in that pavilion is where the live music and everything.
Yep, and that'll be Soil Family meet and greet. So that is just for Soil Family Expo. Passerbys can stop and talk, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, come early.
Yeah, we'll
grab
probably
you
have
something.
dinner. Yeah. About 3 or so, we'll go down and have dinner and
Okay.
Oh, okay. So then I'm seeing the time is at 5, but y'all wanted to come out down early if possible.
Yeah, we were talking about coming down early, getting us a parking space, finding somewhere to eat, because we'll be out at this plaza from 5 to 11 or so.
Oh,
Gotcha.
wow. Okay.
Or
Well,
10.
some of you might be.
So-
Yeah.
That's past my bedtime.
That's way past.
But yeah, we're gonna hang out and party a little bit, just a little bit, but we got to get up early in the morning. So.
I know,
Thanks,
man.
PMC, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we got a
I
big
don't
day
know
the
what
next
you saw,
day.
but we didn't see it.
What time does the Saturday Expo start?
At the Children's Museum open, I think it's 9:30.
But they want
But,
to set up at 7.
We'll set up early, and we'll send out another email for the
Okay.
vendors to get there at like 7:30 or so you can set up and be ready.
Okay.
Okay. That's awesome. So another question here. What's the long-term vision for the Soil Family Expo? Right, you had it last year. That was a success. This year is already building up to be huge. I already know this year is going to be one for the books, right? We're going to journal this one. What do you see the future looking like?
Honestly, I already see next year. I just been keeping it to myself because
You don't want to stress me out.
I don't want to stress my husband.
Come on.
I see us next year, Forsyth Park. I see us
Woo!
spending a day at Forsyth out there, have a live music and speakers or entertainment out there on
Love
that
that.
stage. And we can put tents and chairs and blankets and sit out there in the field, and homesteaders bring their food and vendors.
Bobby, we're gonna be fine, man. Just relax. We're gonna be great. Hey, I'm speaking life over both of us over here, okay?
Yeah,
gonna
but it's
be
gonna be
fine.
awesome because the farmers market is there on Saturday.
Right.
Right.
Then you have Brighter Day right there across the street, and
Right.
Sentiment Coffee. I mean, it just feels so right.
It's a lot of moving parts, and that's a lot of curve.
But Forsyth Park, for some reason I see it. I see it.
But you know,
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
It's
I
going to be
love-
awesome. And
I
having the
love the
stage
Children's
there.
Museum.
I do. I love the Children's Museum, and the good thing is, if we ever outgrow the Children's Museum, we take them with us to Forsyth.
Right.
I think
That's
that's awesome.
That's a great
Both of them.
vision, and I love it. And
Yeah.
we're gonna pray with y'all on that. And man, we're here to help, right? I mean, we're neighbors. We might as well help
Yeah,
where
pray
we
for me.
can.
Pray for you. Oh, Lord.
Amazing. We want to grow this thing as much as we can, because
Yeah.
the more of this beautiful community that get to know each other, the better off the world is.
Yeah.
And it make my heart happy for people to meet each other and see that. Like, y'all didn't know, probably 90% of the content creators and supporters last year.
Right.
And y'all met each other and bonded and connected, and that made us feel, accomplished. A lot of people met a lot of people. Remember, Dorsch and Sunday were both nervous. They
Yeah.
came to Savannah 3 weeks before Soil Family Expo. We hung out with them a couple of days, and they were like, "Okay." So they normal.
Right.
They not normal. And I really know better. But now I have to get ready for everybody else. But at least they felt comfortable that if all the rest of these people are crazy gardeners or weird gardeners,
Right.
at least we can just stay hitched to Blacks Tropical and we'll be okay. But once they met everybody else, it was like,
Not a problem.
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
that, the world is full of good people,
it is. They just hard
but
to find.
the chances of us actually meeting each other is not as good. We're
That's
running
right.
into so many obstacles in between. We kind of shy away from when we might meet somebody good.
Yeah.
Just give us an opportunity to meet just good people. We don't
Yep.
we don't do the foolishness in our chats. We don't
Right.
people
Right.
that's got trouble. We won't grow, but you won't be here either. So that's good. So that's all we want is just good, positive, like-minded people.
Yeah.
And when we get together, it's just all love.
It's a beautiful time.
Mhm.
It's
It
family.
is.
It's a family reunion.
When we were at that market at Ottawa Farms, and you messaged and said, "Hey, this is Blacks Tropical. We're gonna come out and meet you." I get off and I'm like, "There's a YouTuber coming to see us."
And we had only been on here a few months, like
Yeah.
even
Right?
now, we've
And
been
then
on
here comes Bobby. Ooh, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh my God."
Like, he is real. That's what when we went to Virginia, we were headed to HOA, and we stopped at my mom's, and my aunt rolled past and saw us standing in the yard, and she pulled up, and I was saying, "Who is that?" And she jumped out of the car and she said, "I just had to come and make sure he was real. How did he is real?" And I'm like, "Yeah, did you think he had on a blow-up costume or something?"
Oh my God.
But she just gave him a hug, and she was like, "Okay, it's good to see y'all. I gotta go." I'm like, but it's a beautiful community, and I love the fact that we can have fun together and not just be boring and like,
Yeah.
that's a stranger. We are no strangers to each other.
Right.
We are all family,
Right.
and that's why we call each other Soil Family. And I know some people say, I don't grow things, so I'm not. You can't call me a soil sister or a soil brother, but we can.
Hey, we're
right?
all from the earth,
Oh, so I
We
love
all
the way
grown.
Bobby. One day he broke it down. I'm gonna let you break it down.
We all growing in some way. If it's not, in the garden, it's our faith. it's our family,
Right.
our finances, or whatever, so we all are growing. So we use the acronym Soil Family as just that, whatever way you're growing, if you're trying to be better in any
Yep.
way,
Man,
you are a Soil
You
Family.
are soil family. So
and we're all planting seeds in each other. Man,
Mhm.
it's you're so right. I
Yeah.
love it, man. I love it.
So much fun.
So one last question, and I didn't put this on the paper, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
But it's the standard question, right? If there was one thing that you could encourage somebody with that is right on the edge of breaking off and starting their own business, or breaking off and starting their own event, right? Like what y'all have done, or breaking off and being more self-sufficient. If you could give them one piece of advice, right, to encourage them, what would that look like? What would that be?
me, just do it. Take that leap of faith, because you will forever say, I'm going to do. And
Yeah.
then next year, you're going to say, I'm going to do one day. And then when you do it, you'll say, hey, I should have been done this.
Yeah.
And if you know us, or you actually heard us before, you'll find out that my weaknesses are her strengths, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So I would not say just do it. I say make sure this is it, this is right, that is right, this is right.
Oh,
If
man.
it makes sense,
Yeah.
do it. So we balance each other out like that. And sometimes it's hard to let her way be, but I do, and it usually work out. So, but I'm more logical, and I don't just
Just do
jump.
it. You don't just do
It's
it.
it's hard to humble ourselves sometimes.
Yeah,
It really is, man. And yeah, for whatever reason, sometimes it's hard to say, okay, you've got this. Let me just be a supporter, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So I totally get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I cherish everything my husband say, and I hear him, and I understand his pain, because I do jump in and just do things, but I always take in consideration his feelings and how he thinking, because it do make him anxious when I just do things, because I can be a bit crazy with just do it, but we find way to compromise. He'll
Yeah.
say, okay, we'll try this and we'll do that, and we'll see baby steps. And I don't push it. I just say, okay, I take little nips, and then when I get that little bite, I go a little bit more. So, it was like buying a freeze dryer. I just kept on nipping at it, and he was saying, so
And
you keep nipping, and then you get to the core.
yeah, she a nip, but it still got to eventually make sense to me. And, with the freeze dryer, she
It made
told
no sense to him.
when she first said it, then I started thinking about the benefits of it, and how could it save us in the long run. And
But that was because I kept saying, like, oh, let's see, we could have freeze dried all this dragon fruit, and then we could have freeze dried all these bananas, and he was just sitting there like,
how much it costs?
like, how much we gotta pay him? Well, so it's just team. You have to be a team, and you have to take each other's feelings in consideration. But when when it comes to gardening and doing things, sometimes you just gotta do it. Like we just got pigs. We did it until we got in trouble. But we did it, and now we know that when if we decide to upgrade and live on this farm, we can raise pigs because we have done it. And we won't have to sit around and keep thinking, and can we do this, or what is it going to do? And we already know.
Right.
Right.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Folks, we've been together for an hour. I think we should probably wrap it up. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, man. And we know that this Soil Family Expo is going to be fantastic.
It's going
And
to be
we are
great.
looking forward to being there with. Come on now, Bobby.
He is always nervous. Last year he was like, "Oh man, it's gonna rain. Oh, we gonna get rained out." I said, "No, we're not. It's gonna be all right." I'm always that little friend on the shoulder, like, no. We got this. We got this.
Right,
So it's gonna be
right.
great.
And you know what? Even if it does rain,
we still
If gardeners people that are going to be there haven't been out in the rain doing stuff, you know,
we're gonna put
it'll
our
be fun.
boots on.
That's right.
We're gonna put
That's
our
right.
boots on and we coming. So it's gonna be beautiful, and we pray to see you all. We know we'll see Pruitt Homestead, but we pray we see you all there. It's gonna be amazing.
And if y'all on our channel and y'all have not met Pruitt,
oh yeah,
y'all need to check them out. They're great.
They teach you how to grow for real, for real.
Yeah, he's more of the YouTuber than I am, but he's been growing for a long time, so lots of videos on there.
Like Sheri said, baby steps, little nips here and there, little nips.
Little nips, you getting them. Great. Thank y'all for having us. This was amazing.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the guys that's in the chat that we haven't spoke to, hey, we appreciate y'all for being here.
Yeah,
they didn't want to see us. They want to see the babies anyway.
Look at them babies.
That's a bunch of babies.
Hi, Nala.
She is such a good mama.
So sweet.
She don't like to be away from them, I tell you that.
I don't doubt it.
All right, y'all. Well, we love you.
Have a great night.
Thank y'all.
We'll see you soon.